Hello, this is Mrs. Ross, and this is lesson 90, practice set and starred problems. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to do mixed numbers and looks like negative integers to solve for our variables. And let's go ahead and get started here. So I have 1 1/8. Is it gonna? Okay. And first thing I have to do is make this into an improper fraction. Proper fraction. So to do that, I popcorn it. So 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So I have 9/8 x is equal to 36. And to solve this, I have to multiply by the reciprocal on both sides. So this cancels, my x comes down, my equals comes down, so I have 36 times 8 over 1 times 9. 9 goes into 36 4 times, so then I end up with 4 times 8 over 1 times 1, which is 32. Okay, let's keep going. Let me grab another color for our next problem. Having some trouble here. Hold on just a minute. There we go. Okay. And I'll go ahead and do C down here. So what we have to do is we have to make this into an improper fraction, and we're going to make this into an improper fraction. So I have 2 3/4 W is equal to 6 3/5. So let's go ahead and popcorn this. We're going to multiply 2 times 4, which is 8, and we're going to add 3, which is 11/4. We're going to do the same over here. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 3 is 33/5. Now we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 4 over 11. We're going to do that on both sides. Oops, I'm having trouble with my drawing tool here, sorry. So 11 cancels and 4 cancels. The W comes down. The equals comes down. We have 33 times 4 for 5 times 11. 11 will go into itself once and into 33 3 times. So I have 12 over 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and make this into an improper fraction. So 12 goes into 5 twice. 12 and 2, or 2 2/5. That's my answer to C. Okay, and let's pick a different color and find a spot for E. I'm going to have to erase something here in a minute. So for E, actually, it's not too bad. You just divide by -3. So you have x is equal to 0.45 divided by -3. You've got a positive divided by a negative, which is going to give you a negative. 0.45 divided by 3 is, and that's our answer to E. And then G, I think I can do simply enough over here. So I'm dividing by -10 because I have to get the y by itself. So -10 over -10 gives me y is equal to -0.16 over -10. I have a negative over a negative, which gives me a positive answer. So 1.6 divided by 10, and I get a positive 0.16. All right, let's go on to the next. All right, so I have here that you guys are supposed to be doing these, and I would in the classroom have you guys do these on whiteboards, but we're not in the classroom right now, so we're going to just continue this way. If you want to pause the video and see if you can do these and see if you can get the answers, that'd be great. That'd be very helpful for you. So we're going to popcorn this. We've got 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, over 2a is equal to 490, and I'm going to put that over 1. Because I have to multiply by the reciprocal. So this cancels and this cancels. A comes down, equals comes down. And I have 490 times 2 over 1 times 7. 7 goes into itself once. It goes into 490 70 times. At 140. Okay, let's change the color. And let's go here. So I have this and this. I'm going to have to popcorn both of those. So I have 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 8 over 3, y is equal to 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9 over 5. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal. What I do to middles, I have to do to the other side of the equals. Keep everything balanced. My 8's cancel, my 3's cancel. My y comes down, my equals comes down, and I have 9 times 3 over 5 times 8. None of that will reduce, so this is 27 over 4. And that cannot be reduced. Okay, let's see if I can get another color here. Okay. So F, I have -3/4 m is equal to 2/3. I'm going to multiply by the negative reciprocal. Or just by the reciprocal, I guess. I'm not really multiplying it by -1 either. So 3 over 3 cancels, 4 over 4 cancels. I get m, and I have 2 times -4 over 3 times 3, which is -8 over 9, and that is my answer. You can see that I took the negative with me, and then a negative times a positive is a negative. Okay, let's do this last one. H. Let's go over here. Follow the green line, please. And when I do my -2.5, 3 1/3. When I do my popcorn, I'm going to popcorn with a negative number. So 2 times -2 is -4. Let's try this again. Backtrack, don't believe any of that. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and then I put the negative on it. My bad. That's what I meant, but it didn't sound right to me. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So now I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So this is going to cancel, and this is going to cancel, and W comes down, equals, and I have 10 times -2 over 3 times 5, which is -20 over 15. So 15 goes into 20 one time, with a remainder of 5, which I have to reduce. We get 1/3. And this is going to be negative because this is a negative and this is a positive. So my answer is -1 and 1/3. Okay. The figure to the right is a regular decagon. That means it has 10 sides due to the deck part. One of the exterior angles is labeled A and one of the interior angles is labeled B. What is the measure of each exterior angle of the decagon? So it has 10 sides, and we know that the sum of the exterior angles is equal to 360. So I'm going to go ahead and divide that by 10, and I get 36 degrees. Okay, and then it says what's the measure of each interior angle? Well, I know that A plus B is equal to 180. And if A is 36 degrees, then I'm going to subtract to get B. And that's 144. All right, collect like terms. So we have 1x squared, 1x squared, so I have 1x squared plus 1x squared is equal to 2x squared. Okay. And then I have an xy, and I don't have another xy, so we're just going to put 2xy here. And then I have 1y squared minus y squared, so I have 1y squared minus 1y squared, which is 0y squared, which means it doesn't show up in the end. So I have 2x squared plus 2xy, and that is my answer. A pair of binoculars were on sale for $36. This is 90% of the regular price. What was the regular price? So if that was 90% or 90 per 100 of the regular price, X will be our regular price. So we'll cross multiply and divide. And I get X is equal to $40. Okay, 75% of citizens voted for Graham. If there were 800 total citizens, how many did not vote for him? So this is begging for a ratio box. Percent actual. This is voted, not voted for. We have 100%. 75% voted for Graham, so 25% did not. If there were 800 total citizens, how many did not vote for Graham? So that means that my proportion is going to look like this. So 200 people did not vote for him. Let me pick a different color. Okay, use unit multipliers to perform these. So we're going to use our given times our unit multipliers, probably more than one, to get our answer. So for A, I have 2 feet squared. And I know I'm going to have at least 2 of these to get to inches. So 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 foot is 12 inches. And I need 2 of these because I have 2 feet here. So foot 1, foot 2, there they go. And then I have inches squared. So the math is 2 times 12 times 12 over 1 times 1, which is 288. All right, so let's keep going. Here we go. There we are. Okay. Make a list of all of the whole numbers that are not counting numbers. So whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Counting numbers is like when we're counting something. So we always start at 1. We have 1 chicken, 1 chicken, 2 chickens, 3 chickens, 4 chickens, etc. So the only number that's not part of either of these is 0. So 0 is the only number that's not a counting number because neither of them cover negative numbers. All right, coordinates of the vertices of this. Let's see. So we have 0, 3. We have 5, 3. I did something wrong. 0, 3 is up here. Let me erase that. Okay. And I think my video is going to stop here, so we'll go ahead and do 20 on the next, on part 2, lesson 90.